What's up, Monte Gang? What's up? What it is, what it ain't be, what it do. Listen, it's your boy JT. I'm fix my camera. I'm back again with another freaking video. So today, listen, we about to be getting into some sports and some football, man. I ain't posted a video in almost a week. Y'all know I had an accident at work. Fuck up my toe. I'm gonna put a clip in here.
So it's off, it's detached, but we might put it back on your toe, like just literally place it on there and then just kind of like wrap it in place, just to keep it, because this area, you know, when you're not numb, is going to be pretty sensitive. So this is kind of
Mess up my toe. My toenail is doing perfectly fine now. It still burns. It still hurts. It's sensitive right now, but all in all, I think it'll be okay, man. If you're a returning subscriber, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can get each and every that your boy drop. Listen, we're getting in some NFL draft prospects. We're gonna get into who like team 1 through 32, who they think where they're gonna go out. Like it's a lot that's gonna end. It's a lot. Hold on, y'all. It's a lot. Literally, I get to see like how's it go, like just figuring out what's gonna happen, and we're gonna do ESPN 1 through 32 draft. We're gonna see who my top 5 Panthers that I want draft on both sides of the ball. Also talk about more news in the NFL. Listen, man, I love y'all. We about to tap into first. We got to get into breaking news. Kirk Cousins signed a 2-year, $80 million deal with the Raiders. Oh boy.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Hold on. Gotta get my popcorn for this one. A 2-year, $80 million deal with the Raiders. Don't know why. It's weird because you're getting Mendoza in the Fernando Mendoza in the first with the first pick in the draft, I'm assuming. And then you're gonna bring Kirk Cousins and that big of a contract. If that's the case, you can go get somebody else, honestly. Like, you don't need to sign that big of a contract. You could have signed him to like you could have get somebody else for that low budget, but you know you're still paying off that contract that the Falcons took over. Like, let me look at the report. I'm gonna put the report up on the screen, y'all, so y'all can see. Actually, I sent this to my best friend earlier. This was ESPN reported. Per Adam Schefter, Kirk Cousins will sign a 5-year deal, 5-year, $172 million deal with the Las Vegas Raiders. That in reality is a 1-year deal, fully guaranteed $20 million. That also contains a club option for 2 years for $80 million. So his contract is basically $40 a year if they pick up the option from next year. What we doing? Like, what we doing? I get you want to. I get you want to have the kid learn, but he's the #1 pick. He got to be on the field. Cam Moore, #1 pick on the field. Bryce Young, ups and downs. One of the best elite quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion. My favorite quarterback. Keep pounding Carolina. Cam Newton, #1 pick in the league. All #1 picks need to be on the field. There is no, oh, we need to see what he looked like. You're the #1 pick in the draft. Get your ass on the field and go work. Simple. You didn't sign all these free agents. I still think y'all can trade for a big-time receiver. Y'all still need a #1. But you got Brock Bowers. You got Ashton Jensen. You upgraded that line. You got some depth at the cornerback position. You signed Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean. Like, you got pieces. I understand you want to bring in a veteran presence, but if you want to build around this guy, let him start immediately. There's no way Kirk Cousins should be starting week 1 as a Las Vegas Raider. But we'll see what happens from here. But that's the news we got to start with, y'all. Now I need something to drink. We go blue every time. Go blue. Next news we got which is very weird. People are saying that Lamar Jackson won't sign his deal. Let's get into that. Baltimore. Let me tell y'all something. Lamar Jackson is the future of the Ravens. It's a 50-50 streak, and I see why people are saying he won't sign the deal. But I think an extension is most likely going to get done after the draft, in my opinion. Because the draft is like little under like 3 weeks away. But I just think the thing is, Lamar, you got to play better in the playoffs. The Ravens, yes, you have to build a better team around him because this is my theory. Since Lamar Jackson has been a part of the Ravens, he's never had a solidified number one receiver. Even in the days of John Brown, an older D-Hop this year, or last year, you had Rashard Bateman. He's just a guy, in my opinion. Zay Flowers, I don't think he's at best, I think Zay Flowers is a good number two. I don't think he's a number one that can change the dynamic of offense. He's not a JSN. He's not a Puka Nacua. He's not a Tyreek Hill. He's not a Devontae Adams. He's not a Jamar Chase. He's not a Justin Jefferson. He's not a Tedero McMillan. He's not a Drake London. He's not a number one receiver on your team. You have to have other guys. Like, I think the biggest misconception of the Ravens this year, they lost a lot of players. Yes, they got the big free agent in Trey Hendrickson after they back out of the Max Crosby trade due to injuries. They gave Trey Hendrickson a lot of spam like call. They gave Trey Hendrickson a lot of money, y'all. And a lot of people left from the Ravens because once John Harbaugh got fired, he signed with the Giants. Patrick Ricard, who's been a long-time Raven for the longest, he went to New York to play with Harbaugh. I think the punter Gilligan, he went to New York. Isaiah Likely, Lamar Jackson's, I think, the better tight end than Mark Andrews, but Mark Andrews has been there longer. He's been more consistent with the opportunities, but Isaiah Likely, a big piece, went to New York. Like, the Ravens lost Tyler Linderbaum to the Raiders. Like, it's a lot of parts that the Raiders missing. The Ravens are missing on that offense and defensive side of the ball. Like, they still got Lamar Jackson, yes, the top 3 quarterback in the league. When healthy, he is the best, the most electrifying quarterback in the league. But, bro, the Ravens lost a lot. And I think the thing is, too, as well, as much as I want to blame the front office, Lamar, you haven't played well in the postseason. You got to get the job done. Against Buffalo, you couldn't get it done. Yes, it was some unfortunate things. Yes, against Kansas City, yes. But as a quarterback and you want to be that guy, no, we can't keep giving him a pass. Yes, fuck. If I don't give Josh Allen a pass, I'm not giving Lamar Jackson a pass. And Lamar Jackson, I think, is a 2-time MVP. I don't look at him as the same as Lamar. He's in a different category, bro. Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes are in the same category. They're in the same category. Well, far as not as in like historically, but like I mean like far as the most electrifying quarterbacks in the league, Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, when healthy, bro. Listen, I think the thing is Lamar got to be able to hold up his side of the bargain. Yes, we're going to pay you for the long-term deal because you're a 2-time MVP. You got us to the playoffs, but just getting to the playoffs ain't enough. You're a 2-time MVP. You got to get it done. You got to get it done. And that's the end of that. I'm going to get into ESPN's 1 through 32 mock draft. And listen, y'all, I'm ready to see what goes on about the ESPN's 32 mock draft. Let's get into it, man. Listen, ESPN 1 through 32 now. 1 through 32, bro. 1 through 32. Listen. Got ready for this one? Round 1. Mel Kiper got the Raiders selecting, obviously, Fernando Mendoza. He's also going to be the franchise. They need a quarterback. He's going to be the guy for them. He's going to be the guy leading him. My pros and cons to getting Mendoza. My pros is I think he's a very mobile, athletic quarterback because in this day and age, you have to be able to be mobile in the NFL to stay in the NFL. The only really pocket passers in the NFL is Matthew Stafford and Joe Flacco. I think there's the only two left, in my opinion. Everybody else got a little bit of wiggle room in them. But Mendoza, he's clearly number one. He has a lot of upside. He's very mobile. He can make majority of the throws. I think my biggest thing is for him, I didn't really see enough of him to be like, he's a game changer. Don't get me wrong, bro. He's a number one. He's good enough to be a number one overall pick in this draft. I think he is the best quarterback in this draft. We will debate that, the Mendoza versus Ty Simpson, and my thoughts on that. But I think the thing is for him, I think I need to see more. I didn't see a lot more of him out of at Indiana, man. I think that ready to see him on a big seat. I just need to see more of him. I just need to see more arm strength. He can run the football with the best of them. His NFL comp, he really reminds me, if you want to be honest, and I'm being 100% honest when I'm saying this, he reminds me of a young, mobile Kurt Warner. Like, he can make every throw, he can make every read, he can throw the football down the field, and he can just run the football, bro. And I just think the thing is, I want to see him be able to make throws down the field at a consistent rate. Next person, we got Arvell Reese, the edge out of Ohio State, going to the New York Jets. That's where they got him going. They got him going to the. I really watched Ohio State because I was really focusing on Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs. But Arvell Reese, yes, he is the first best defensive player in the draft. In between him and Ruber Bain Jr., you can pick your poison anyway. I think Reese is going to be a very good because this is my main thing with him. He can get off the ball quick. And in the NFL, you got to be able. It's not all about, it's sacks and sacks. It's about pressure. It's about being disruptive. About hits, about getting near to the quarterback to help your teammates get sacks. Like, if you're getting double teamed, you open up somebody else the gap to get to the quarterback. Pressures, quarterback rates, just getting to the face, just letting us know the quarterback that you're in his presence. And that's the best thing that you can do, honestly. And he definitely deserved to be the number 2 pick. I definitely agree with that for the New York Jets. But if I'm the Jets, I would also look to, I think they got another pick in the first round. I would also try to go grab Ty Simpson because they need a quarterback. Number 3, they got Francis Maigoa out of Miami. A right tackle who can, I don't know what they're going to do at the quarterback position. I know they got Clayton Tune, who they signed, who they drafted a couple of years ago. Jacoby Brissett, who's going to be the solidified number 1 starter this year for the Cardinals. Very interesting pick. Getting better on that offensive line. Let Kyler Murray go. You got Marvin Harrison Jr. You got Connor coming back. You add Tyler Algier. You got Trey McBride. So you got Michael Wilson, who was playing better in the back half of the season. But they on the rise in Arizona. I think the thing is consistent quarterback play is going to be the thing. They lost a key acquisition in Jalen Thompson to Dallas. So I want to see how that affects the back in their secondary. You still got Budda Baker. You still got people on that Cardinals defense that can be disruptive. So I'm interested to see where they go there. I think tackle is obviously the right position for them. Offensive line, they were beat up last year, and they could be a better protecting the quarterback. Right. Number 4, the Tennessee Titans edge David Bailey. Out of Texas Tech, he had 14.5 sacks in 2025. They definitely need some edge rushers on that defensive end. I also see another player that they can get. I think they can. If I'm Tennessee at number 4, I'm going to go get Carnell Tate just because add another wide receiver. You got Calvin Ridley. You got Wendell Robinson. Hey, give Cam Ward a nice young receiver in Carnell Tate. Out of Ohio State, dynamic, explosive, speedy. He has every route tree in the book. I think, honestly, Carnell Tate he has better hands than Jeremiah Smith, but he's not explosive as Jeremiah Smith. Let's say that. But I think the thing is, yes, I watch a lot of tape. I watch a lot of college football. I think Carnell Tate at number 4 wouldn't be bad for Tennessee, but also getting that edge rusher. These damn spam calls, y'all. Getting that edge rusher will definitely help. David Bailey, definitely a good pick because you're building something special in Tennessee. You got Jeffrey Simon still there. He wants to win. You got that defense that you're building. I think they had the second best free agency, making big signings, making key acquisitions, and I think they got making some noise in Tennessee this year. Number 5, the Giants, Jeremiah Love, which I do not agree. I don't agree. I'm going to tell you why I don't agree with the Giants getting Jeremiah Love, just because they have a running back room and Cam Scatterboo and they got Tyrone Tracy. Jackson Dart last year was injury prone. He needed to do a better job of protecting himself when running the football. You don't have to take unnecessary shots. You have your 2 running backs. You got Cam Scatterboo, who was, when healthy, was one of the most electrifying rookies in the NFL. You got Tyrone Tracy. Just the year before, I think he ran for over, 900, 800 yards. I think he had 1,000 yards, if I'm not mistaken. You got that young receiving core. You got Malik Neighbors, who's coming off an ACL injury. You add Isaiah Likely. You lost Wendell Robinson. You also added some pieces on that offensive line. Your defense is getting better. You got a new coach in John Harbaugh. You building that chemistry and everything. It's speculation that they might sign Odell. I think Odell will be a great signing for New York, being the 3rd or 4th guy like he been with the Rams. Don't have to do as much, but Odell can come up big. Just seeing Odell in that blue and Jaylen Hyatt. Give that shit up. 13 does not belong to you. Take it off. You don't belong, bro. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. But hell yeah, I definitely agree with them getting who I said they were gonna get? Caleb Downs, safety helping the back end. Secondary for the Giants needs to get a little bit better. I don't agree with Jeremiah Love just because they have already 2 solidified running backs on their roster, in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion, but that's neither here nor there. You know? Next on the list, we got the Cleveland Browns. They got the Cleveland Browns getting Mekhi Lemon. And I agree. Just because the Browns need a receiver. Jerry Jeudy is not enough. But this is my thing. Also, let's stop for a moment. The quarterback situation, yes. So the owner came out this week and said, Deshaun Watson, he should be the number 1 starter for the Browns. And rightfully so. He's got a lot of flack for it. And the reason why I think he should be the number 1, the motherfucker's making $200+ million a year. I understand Shedeur Sanders had a big year last year. He played good. He had a Pro Bowl selection. And I love Shedeur. I think Shedeur is the best quarterback on that roster right now as constructed. He's better than Dillon Gabriel. He's better than currently Deshaun Watson. But I think when you have that big number of a salary cap, Deshaun Watson has to be on the field. Unless you're going to chunk and eat all that cap, Deshaun Watson should be starter day 1. Okay, he should start the season, but if it goes any worse, Shedeur Sanders start for the rest of the season. He's the future for the Cleveland Browns. Back to the receiver position. The reason why I think Mekhi Lemon makes the most sense for the Cleveland Browns, because the Browns has every position solidified, in my opinion. Running back, they got their future running back in Quashon Jenkins. He's the number 1 running back for the Browns right now, in my opinion. The defense, they have a top 3 defense in the NFL. You got the NFL sack leader, reigning defensive player of the year, Myles Garrett. Denzel Ward, top 10 corner in the league. You have the reigning defensive rookie of the year. I can't remember his name. He was a dog last year playing for Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns had a great defense. They were just horrendous on the offensive side of the ball. I'm sorry. Dillon Gabriel didn't work. Shedeur Sanders, he was a rookie. He had his ups and downs, but he showed flashes on why he was that guy at Colorado. He showed you why he is the future for the Cleveland Browns. And adding another piece like Mekhi Lemon can also add some variety in that offense, man. Jerry Jeudy, he had his ups and downs, his frustrations. I think Jerry Jeudy, he's a number 2 at best. A number 2 at best. Bringing Mekhi Lemon, getting that receiving core solidified. You just need another guy that can make plays on the offensive side of the ball. Number 7, everybody got the Washington Commanders getting Caleb Downs. The instincts and versatility of Downs, and he's consistent tackler with great ball skills. I agree on Caleb Downs. But let me tell you why. Let me tell you something, y'all. I think the Commanders are going to end up getting Ruben Bain Jr. out of Miami. Just because I think the thing is they can get better on that line. Yes, they signed, what's that dude named? Off-weight to $100 million deal. You got Leo Chanel. You add Kevon Chase on. You add players that can be a dog on that defensive side of the ball. But if you got a Ruben Bain who can make plays and come and be an impact as a rookie, you got Jaden Daniels coming back off an injury, Terry McLaurin coming back. I think they can also add another piece at wide receiver. I wouldn't be mad if they go get Carnell Tate. I wouldn't be mad if they go try to trade up to get Micaiah Lemon. It's interesting to see what they're going to do, but Caleb Downs would be a good fit. I think the thing is, it's most available and what you need at that time and moment for the Washington Commanders. I think the Commanders, they did some things in the free agency that I definitely like. They had a top 10 free agency for me. I think they had a great free agency, and I'm just interested to see what goes on in Washington this year. Jaden Daniels going into year 3, coming off that sophomore slump, but injury-prone season. Just interested to see what goes on. They can also get better at the offensive line, so maybe they get some line help. Number 8, everybody got the New Orleans Saints getting Sonny Styles. Yes, they signed Caden Ellis, and Sonny Styles makes a lot of sense. At the linebacker position, I just don't want him to go to New Orleans because I'm a Panthers fan. I think Sonny Styles, he'll be a great fit in there. He reminds me of a lot of a Jonathan Vilma, hard-hitting safety. He's very good at tackling. He's a sideline. In the NFL, I think the most important thing is if a linebacker can tackle. Coverage, yes, it's cool, but if you can make tackles, you can finish tackles, run through tackles, wrap up, get the guy on the ground, you will have a long career in this NFL. And Sonny Styles, he did that at Ohio State, and that's why he was the best linebacker in the country. And I think that he will be an amazing fit for the New Orleans Saints. That grit and that New Orleans energy, he definitely deserves it. No. At number 9, ESPN.com got the Saints drafting Kenyon Sadiq. This is one that I don't want to happen because they have Travis Kelce, they got Noah Gray, they got Jordy Fortson, who've been on the roster for a minute. I don't want them to get him at all because I want the Panthers to draft him, but he is the number 1 tight end in the country. He has great skills. He's athletic. He has great ball skills. He can win 50-50 balls. He is very, very quick and twitchy on the outside. And my thing is, he reminds me of a young Vernon Davis. He can catch the ball. He can run up the field. He can break tackles. But the catching part is not the thing that I'm most impressed by. The most impressed thing I'm by with Kenyon Sadiq is his run blocking skills. When you're in the NFL, run blocking is so critical to an NFL team in running the football. I think putting emphasis on that would be amazing for Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes coming off that injury. You got Kenneth Walker coming back. Travis Kelce can mentor Kenyon Sadiq. Rashid Rice is there. You got some other pieces at the wide receiver position. They lost a lot on defense, but I'm interested to see what goes on in Kansas City, and that'll be a good fit, but I just don't want Kansas City to draft him. Number 10, the Cincinnati Bengals select corner Mansour Delane out of LSU. Dax and DJ Turner II and Dax Hill are talented, but they don't have the potential to be a number 1 corner in the league. I think this guy has all the skills to be a number 1 corner. He has the upside. Hear me out, y'all. He has the upside of a Josh Norman. I think the thing is he can be a lockdown corner. He's very feisty. He's good at ball hawking skills. I think he would help Cincinnati in the secondary tremendously well. I still think, in my opinion, I think for the Cincinnati Bengals will never make a Super Bowl run, in my opinion, just because they have money tied up in three players. Jamar Chase, rightfully so, has one of the biggest contracts in the NFL. Joe Burrow, yes, he needs to get paid. I think T. Higgins, yes, a little bit questionable because you could spend that money somewhere else. That's just the thing. When you put all of your money on the offense side of the ball, your defense fluctuates. I get it, yes. Take the money, yes. If I was in NFL, yes, I'm signing that deal, and yes, I'm taking that money. But I think the thing is, if you want to win in the NFL and you're complaining about things, put some restrictions in your contract if you want to win. Be like Patrick Mahomes. You see what Lamar Jackson did. He restructured the contract just so they can go get players. Like, that's just what it is. Number 11, everybody got the Miami Dolphins getting Carnell Tate, which makes the obvious most sense. The Dolphins need a receiver. They didn't need a receiver until they needed a receiver. They traded away Jaylen Waddle to the Denver Broncos for picks. So Devon A-Chain is not going to get traded. You got Malik Willis. My thing is, the Malik Willis situation I'm worried about for Miami because you bring this guy in and seeing what he did with Green Bay, but not looking at what Green Bay had around him. Green Bay, yes, they had a Emmanuel Wilson, the backup running back. They had a Josh Jacobs. They had a Tucker Kraft. They had Christian Watson. They had Jalen Reed. They had Matthew Golden. They had a great offensive line around him. They had protection around him. He's basically walking into the Tennessee situation again. That's just what it is, bro. He's walking some bullshit. He has Devon A-Chain. That's all he has. He got Malik Washington. He has some pieces, but he don't really have nobody on that team. Dolphins really traded away everybody. They're swallowing the most cap in NFL history. I think in like $90 million with Tua Tagovailoa, who signed with Atlanta. Well, fuck Atlanta. Sorry, my bad. I don't like the Falcons. Me and Falcons fans, we don't get along because it's keep pounding over here. And Bryce Young eats that ass up every time. But literally, that's just what it is, y'all. Carnell Tate, it makes the most sense. Miami has to get better. I think they can get better in other positions, but a wide receiver would be a good start to get younger, starting off in the draft and starting this new regime under their new regime in Miami. Number 12, they got the Dallas Cowboys signing picking Ruben Bain Jr. at number 12, which that would be very good for Dallas because you need an edge. You traded Micah Parsons away. You didn't want to pay him. Dallas has had an underrated offseason for real. Honestly, like, let's be real here. They got Jalen Thompson on the back end. You traded for Rashawn Gary. You got Kenny Clark. Like, you got some dogs. Like, you got some pieces, bro. Like, Ruben Bain Jr. will be a good pickup for Dallas. Coming off that edge, Miami. And the lights wouldn't be too bright for him because Miami is a national televised program. But when you put that star on your helmet in Dallas, that's different. And Ruben Bain Jr. has the impact to be a game changer. He reminds me of Von Miller. The edge, the twitchiness, the quickness, the agility, the power, the strength. Ruben Bain Jr. has all the tools to be a generational talent as far as on the defense side of the ball. But my biggest concern with Ruben Bain Jr., and people really don't understand it, I really didn't listen to this until Gerald McCoy said it the other day on Gil's Arena. His arms are too short. And when you think about it, as a defensive player, you have to be able to work with range when dealing with these big guys as far as offensive tackles and coming off that edge. Short arm players don't do that good. And everybody's like, well, Aaron Donald's short. He was a D tackle. He's on the edge. A D tackle, if you have short arms, you have to be great at power, and your hands have to be amazing. But to offset that, on the edge, you have to be quick. You have to be twitchy. Your footwork has to be impeccable. That's just what it is. And I'm interested to see how that goes. I think he will be a game changer. I think he will be a guy to be reckoned with in this league. And I'm just interested to see what goes on and where we go from here. Number 13, the Los Angeles Rams. You know, they traded up with Atlanta to get the pick. So now the Rams got a lot of people think he's going to get Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson may be probably the best receiver in this class. He has a lot of upside. Injuries has derailed his career a little bit. But I think his potential is very, very good. His potential, I think, is Drake London-ish. Adding Tyson in that offense will be amazing. With Puka Nacua, with Devontae Adams, with Cody Parkinson, with Tyler Higbee, with Matthew Stafford, the reigning NFL MVP, with Kyron Williams. On that offensive ball, they'll only get more explosive from there, adding another guy, and just for them to get over that hump and see what they can get. Also, the Baltimore Ravens at 14, they got them getting Jermod McCoy, cornerback out of Tennessee, with Marlon Humphrey, getting a little up there in age. Nate Wiggins' potential is good, but is it really good? You can draft another corner going the opposite side of Nate Wiggins. You can still have Marlon Humphrey in the slot, but you can have McCoy. I think he is a great cornerback. He was one of the best cornerbacks in the NCAA far as just following his man, following a receiver. I think he has the upside of a D'Angelo Hall. I think he can be a good receiver. I mean, a good cornerback to shut the receiver down. I think he can be one of those guys that can make plays in the secondary. And that's just what it is, y'all. I think I'm interested to see what happens with Baltimore, where they go at, and how do they even incorporate that in their system as far as that. Number 15, they got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting Akeem Minister out of Miami. The Bucs are still in need of a pass rusher. They signed Ashawn Robinson from my Carolina Panthers. They signed Christian Roseboom, but if they can get another edge, somebody who can rush the passer. They just lost JST to the Eagles on a 1-year deal, so they can also add in another pass rusher in that Todd Bowl, all blitz heavy out defense. He was overlooked by Ruben Bayer Jr., but he did get a lot of quarterback pressures. He was very disruptive, and he really make a bunch of good plays in that college football playoffs. And in that run that they had, he made a lot of plays, and I think that'll be a good fit for him going to Tampa Bay. Number 16, they got the New York Jets selecting Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver out of Indiana. He had a breakout season. He had 13 receiving touchdowns, and he would pay well with Garrett Wilson. I'm confused on what the Jets are doing, honestly, because you got Breece Hall. You made some trades last year that were kind of questionable. Traded away Sauce Gardner, traded away Quentin Williams to the Cowboys and the Colts. Garrett Wilson is still there. Aaron Glenn said the other day that Geno Smith is going to lead him to the promised land. He must be on crack, but I don't know what's really wrong with him, bro. So the Jets, my opinion, man, listen, if I'm New York, you got the number 2 pick in the draft, go get Alvaro Reese, and then at 16th, go get Ty Simpson. I think Ty Simpson makes the most sense for New York because you need a quarterback one in New York. Geno Smith, he's not the long-term answer. He's probably 32, 33 in age. I think Geno Smith was drafted in 2014. He's going on his 13th, 14th season. Bro, come on. You need a quarterback of the future. You need to go get a guy that can be able to spread the football around the field. Also, Carson Beck is there too, so I'm interested. I think Carson Beck will make better sense than Ty Simpson, but I think Ty Simpson is the better quarterback in there just because his first passes and people giving Dan Orlowski a lot of flack for saying Ty Simpson is a better quarterback than Mendoza. He made some points, but he's tripping. I think down accuracy down the field, Ty Simpson is the better quarterback. Far as mobile and getting up out of there and making plays and extending plays, Mendoza is definitely that guy, and that's what separates him from Simpson. Number 17, they got the Detroit Lions selecting Monroe Friendly out of Georgia, offensive tackle. It don't matter what side Penei Sewell will play next season. The Detroit Lions upgraded their offensive line by adding Cade Mays, who was a big integral part in the Carolina Panthers offensive line last year, by getting this offensive tackle in the draft that will build them as far as getting better in extended plays with Jared Goff, getting better in the pass game, getting better in the run game. It's going to be interesting to see what they do, but I think an offensive tackle would make the most sense. If I am them, I would be looking at the cornerback position. Just because a lot of things that Terran Arnold got going on off the field, and I think he's a good number 2 corner at best. I don't think he's a solidified number 1 corner in the league. It's just based off my opinion. And it's just interesting to see what happens, what they do, as far as at the 17th pick in the draft. The 18th pick, they got the Minnesota Vikings getting Dylan Thielman out of Oregon. This guy has so much potential. I think I watched the third most amount of film on him just because his ball hawking skills, the way his play recognition is so amazing. They were a game versus Washington. He made a tackle before, and it just blew my mind away. Just how did you know the running back was going to there? That's mean you watch film, you dedicate it, you can hit hard, and he's a great tackler. I think the thing is his upside would be good for the Minnesota Vikings. I would like for him to fall to the Carolina Panthers just because we can pair him with Lathan Ransom. We still got Nick Scott, but it's just interesting to see what the Vikings go. I think if I'm Minnesota, I would honestly, 100% honestly be looking to get to trade up to get a running back. Because I understand you got Jordan Mason, you got Aaron Jones back, but you need a running back. Justin Jefferson, fuck it, you need a quarterback. Because J.J. McCarthy ain't the guy, bro. He ain't. I'm sorry. You got Kyler Murray now. Add a quick, twitchy running back to that. And we'll see what happens. And the next team we get to talk about is my team, the Carolina Panthers. They got us getting tackle/guard Spencer Fontenot out of Utah. I watch a lot of his film. And I like Spencer Fontenot. He can block. He's good he's questionable at the run blocking, but pass blocking, he did a good job protecting his quarterback. He's quick. He's fast to be that big and to be that athletic. I think he can help out my Panthers. But here are some alternates that I have on the offense side of the ball for the Carolina Panthers. Listen to this, y'all. Omar Cooper Jr., he can be a dog. He's quick. He's quick. He's twitchy. He would probably be replacing Xavier Legette. I think the thing is, our Cooper Jr. wouldn't be a bad choice at receiver. But I don't want to get a receiver for the third straight year in the draft. I just don't. I think it's better positions that we can get in the draft. I would like to get Kenyon Sadiq just because he remind me of Vernon Davis, and we need a tight end that can be able to be athletic and scratch the field. We haven't had a great tight end on the Carolina Panthers since Greg Olsen. Since 2015, 2016, we haven't had a good tight end. It's been almost 10 years removed from that. We need a tight end to scratch the field to help Bryce Young to get more accurate down the field and have somebody to be his security blanket. The next two people I think we have Blake Miller. I love Blake Miller out of Clemson. For him to be that small, he's quick, he's fast, he's twitchy. He can be able to push through the lines. His arm strength is amazing, and he protects the quarterback very well. He's good in pass blocking. He's great, and he's even better in run blocking. And that's my main thing, open up holes for the running backs. And I think he can be a great asset because we have Ike Ekwonu on the injury right now. We still don't know about his future. We signed Rasheed Walker, but the thing is I'm interested to see where we go in the draft. And the last person that I really, really want in this draft is Colton Hood. Colton Hood has the upside of Champ Bailey. I don't care what nobody said. I saw him at Colorado next to Travis Hunter. I saw him at Tennessee, and he is a dog. He can be a great fourth corner for the Carolina Panthers. I think the things he can build up into being the second or third corner for Carolina, I think Colton Hood will be a great pick for Carolina. Because, yes, we have Mike Jackson. We need to extend his contract, by the way. We got the top three corner in the league, in my opinion, in J.C. Horn. Besides Pat Surtain and Derek Stingley, Christian Gonzalez ain't better than J.C. Horn, bro. Let's get this shit understood right now. Best corner in the league, J.C. Horn. One of the best. And I saw a lot of people's like, yeah, we need to draft at the corner position, but I don't think people understand. Hey, Carolina fans, Corey Thornton last year, before he tore his ACL in that San Francisco 49er game, that motherfucker was playing good at that slot position. Charles Smith-Wade, yes, he's cool, but Corey Thornton, I think he's a solidified number 3. I think if he works his way back, he would be great in that nickel spot for Carolina. And if we add Hood on there as well, defense will be amazing. I don't know what we're going to do at the running back position. We got A.J. Dillon, Jonathan Brooks coming off that injury. Chuba Hubbard, solidified number 1. We got Trevor Etienne. I want to see what we do. Either these are my 3 positions. Offensive line, mainly center or O tackle, tight end, or we can go get a corner. My personal opinion. But I think that day 2 is going to be more important for the Panthers more than anything. That's my thing. Day 2. The number 20th, the Dallas Cowboys. Who they got the Cowboys getting? They got the Cowboys getting Zion Young edge. And I think this is a perfect pick out of Missouri just because if you get Ruben Bain with the 12th pick in the draft, I don't think Ruben Bain is gonna go that low. He's gonna be either 1 through 5, in my opinion. 1 through 7. 1 through 5, most is 7. Most at best. If you look at it, if you get this guy, Rashawn Gary can teach him the game, and he can be a pass rusher that you work around long term. He has good upside. I really didn't watch too much film on him. I really didn't see a lot of explosive plays out of him. I know he's good at run stopping. I want to see him more get to the quarterback. But I'm interested to see what goes on for Dallas at pick 20. 21, they got the Steelers getting, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Ian, guard out of Penn State. Aaron Rodgers coming back to town, they need a guard. They need a guard because their star guard, Isaac, went to Arizona. So they need to replace the guard position. That guard position will be great. I think Will Howard is the future for Pittsburgh once Aaron Rodgers leaves. I think him watching Aaron Rodgers for this last year, just watching on the sideline. You got DK Metcalf. You can be able to open up. You got Rico Dowd. But we're going to be interested to see. Kendrick Falk out of Auburn for the Chargers at the 22 pick, which this is a good pick. He's a solid. He can be on that D-line. He got a lot of versatility. He can his change of pace, his change of speed is very good. 23, they got the Eagles picking Max Eichner, offensive tackle. This pick makes the most sense because Lane Johnson has been up and down with injury prone the last couple of years. If you bring in his replacement, let Lane Johnson work his way back. He can mentor him. He can help him be the future of protecting the Philadelphia Eagles on that offensive line. 24th, they got the Cleveland Browns, the pick from Jacksonville last year. They got Caden Proctor out of Alabama. Proctor, I knew Proctor was going to fall based off his horrendous play in the college football playoff. And I think the thing is the Browns can get another offensive tackle. I think that would help them out, protect the quarterback, and just be able to give the quarterback more time. He does have a lot of upside, but he does need to get better in pass protection. Sometimes I think his problem is when dealing with a quicker defender on the edge, he tends to have a little timid and a little bit of problem handling that. The next person, they got the Chicago Bears getting Peter Woods out of Clemson. He's a disruptor. The Bears run defense were 29th. Their pass rush, they were one of the best defenses in the league. The ball taking away. I think adding Peter Woods would be a good asset on that defensive line. It would contain a lot of things. And then if you start to get if you start getting your opponent in a lot of second and 10s, 3rd and 8 and manageable, your defense take away the ball like no other last year. You should, if as long as your corners can pin their ears back, be fine. The 26th, this pick really, really hurts me. And this pick makes the most sense for Buffalo. Getting AJ Terrell, brother. Pairing him with the last year corner, Maxwell Harrison. Pairing him with Terrell, that would be a nasty combo. But the injury concern for Terrell popped up at the combine. I'm interested to see. Terrell is probably the best cornerback in this draft as far as upside, potential. He's great at man coverage. He can win the 50-50 balls. You can put him on one-on-one. The only thing he struggled with is receivers with speed. If he'll be able to keep up in the NFL, the players are only going to get quicker. You're going to get beat as a corner. It's just all about discipline and structure when dealing at that cornerback position. The next person, the San Francisco 49ers get KC Conception out of Texas A&M. I think this pick makes the most sense. I think the Carolina Panthers, we can go so many ways in the draft. Everybody's saying draft a receiver, but I don't want a receiver for the 3rd straight year. Maybe we can get one on day 2, day 3, but interested to see what goes on there. But 49ers drafting KC makes the most sense just because no longer have Brandon Ayuk. He won't be back as a 49er this up-and-coming season. You signed a big all-season acquisition in a dog and Mike Evans. You got Ricky Pearsall. You got, I don't know I don't think they're going to re-sign Jawan Jennings. You got Demarcus Robinson. I think you still got him there. If you add another receiver like KC, he can be a dog. You got Kittle coming back. You got Purdy. You got McCaffrey. You got Bosa coming back. You got Warner coming back. You got so many pieces coming back for the 49ers. They're always going to be in contention. And I think building for the future, adding KC, he would go good well, and he can build that chemistry about Purdy for the long foreseeable future. Houston at 28th, Caden McDonald out of Ohio State. They can use another tackle on his offense, honestly. A lot of people say go get another receiver. Yes, I wouldn't be mad if they get another receiver, but tackle, they can definitely be an upgrade position from the best defense in the league. Between Houston and Broncos, but I taken the Texans because of the line. Best defense in the league. You can always get better. 29th, they got, this guy was very high on. They got Kansas City getting Brandon Cease out of South Carolina. This guy plays with a lot of edge. And Kansas City seemed to always find a hidden gem in the draft. Trip McDuffie, Jalen Watson, L'Jarius Sneed. Like, they always find a way to find dogs at the quarterback position, and they would get one in Brandon Cease at South Carolina. I watched him here. He got a mixture of J.C. Horn and Josh Norman into him just because the aggressiveness on the defensive side of ball, the passion he plays with. He's fast, he's quick, he's twitchy, he has great play recognition. He can defend the ball like no other. I think he can be a top potential 10 corner, top 10 corner in the league. That's his potential for me. 30th, they got the Dolphins getting Emmanuel McNeil-Warren out of Toledo. His combine was amazing. He was making every route. He was making everything come together. I think he would be a very impact player for Miami. And just keep building. Keep building it for Miami. Keep those building blocks and continue to keep doing those things correctly. And last but not least, two more picks. They got the Patriots getting Cassius Howell, the edge. Yes, the Patriots must keep adding edges because they lost two big edges. They lost both of them to the Commanders. Just building, man. The Patriots can only get better from here. Adding him would be a good depth piece. His potential is very high, but I need to see more of him just to be able to see him on the field. And the last one, they got Mason Thomas. They need a pass rusher. Mason Thomas. And this guy out of Oklahoma, he was very disruptive as a pass rusher. He can get to the quarterback, and he'll be able to help that Seattle defense build off what they did last year. And that was my perspective of the mock draft, man. I'm interested to see. The draft's just 3 weeks away. I'm interested to see what goes on and where do we go from here, y'all. NFL season should be coming around and shortly. Let's do it. And also, let's get into one more football topic before we move to our NBA preview tonight. Listen, Carolina Panthers. I think Bryce Young deserves that contract. I'm going to tell y'all why. Carolina Panthers had to make the playoffs in 10 years. Team-friendly contract. I think Bryce Young deserves a 4 or 5 year deal. That's my guy. This year is you should be at least 9-8 this year. That's what I got the Panthers winning. ESPN predicts that we're going to win 6 games this year. Plus all the acquisitions we have made in the offseason, 6 wins. So I'm interested to see. I don't know how the hell Tampa Bay is still winning the division over Carolina, but that's neither here nor there. Interested to see what happens, man. And that's my late outro on that. The preview of the game tonight that I will be watching. Let's get in a little bit of basketball, y'all. Tonight is a big game tonight. 9:30 Eastern. I think the game is on Prime. You got the 3rd seed Los Angeles Lakers taking on the number 1 seed Oklahoma City Thunders. Listen, Luka Doncic has been playing like an MVP. For the month of March, he's dropping 30 to 40 points a game, balling, triple-doubles, shooting from range, getting comfortable. You got the second option in Austin Reeves, who can drop 30 on any given night. He just got to be a little more consistent at the free throw line. And then you got the man, the myth, the legend. No introduction, the greatest basketball player of all time. King LeBron James, 3rd option. See, he just put up a trip dub the other night. If they can be able to continue to build off that, I think the Lakers can go far in the playoffs just because the experience of LeBron James. When it's playoff time, he turned it off to another level. But here's my key to this game tonight. I'm interested to see what happens tonight. Oklahoma City Thunder, best team in the NBA. You got the reigning finals MVP. You got the top lead MVP right now is Shea. But I think, in my opinion, I think Jaylen Brown is the MVP in my opinion. But Shea is nothing. There's nothing to be said, man. They're the best team in the league, and if the Lakers want to go what they need to do, they got to get through OKC. These playoffs are going to be so interesting. I think it's like 13, 14, 15 games left in the NBA season. I'm interested to see what goes on tonight, man. The Thunder got some pest controls out there. They got Caruso. They got Carson Wallace. They got Lou Dort. They're playing amazing this year. You got Chet Holmgren. You got Isaiah Hartenstein. The Lakers, others need to step up. If the Lakers want to win this game tonight, the others got to be there. Luke Kennard got to shoot. Luke Kennard has been a great pickup for the Lakers this year. Great pickup. Amazing. Shooter. Can knock it down. Can take the ball off the dribble. Lay it up. He's okay at defense, and he can get it with the others, man. But if he play well, the Lakers should be able to win this game. Austin Reeves has to be consistent. Luka hasn't. He got to stop the complaining. I understand. Move on, because in the playoffs, it will cost your team. LeBron James got to be able to take advantage of his opponents. Can't be lackadaisical on defense, bro. You got to be able to be engaged. Got to be happy. Got to be able to play with passion. Got to be able to play defense. That pick and roll with him and Luka, it works every time. Rui Hachimura, knock down your shots. I think the thing is also another thing that I think that JJ Redick might need to have to think about, starting Jackson Hayes in the starting lineup over DeAndre Ayton. Yes, DeAndre Ayton has played better over these last couple of games, but I think Jackson Hayes' energy, his fast, his athletic play. He just had 20 in the other night. Catching lobs from Luka, catching lobs from he get 10 points a night just by running up and down the court with Luka and LeBron, because they're going to find you. It's going to be the others. It's going to be the Hutchimuras. It's going to be the Marcus Smart, who has been amazing. Luke Kennard. Will Bronny James get some big playoff minutes in the playoffs? I'm interested to see what happens with that. So I'm interested to see what happens tonight, man, with that game as well. I think the Lakers have a chance to win this game. I will be tuning in 9:30 Eastern to see what's going on. Oh, yo, hold on. Breaking news. Five-time Pro Bowler Stephon Gilmore is retired from the NFL. Listen, man, Stephon Gilmore, shout out to him, man. He won a Defensive Player of the Year, one of the best corners in the league. When he was with Carolina for that stint, he played amazing. He made his majority of his Pro Bowls and his All Pros with the New England Patriots. He was one of the best corners in the league at the time. He was a beast, man. He was a beast, and he definitely well deserved. Great retirement, Stephon Gilmore, man. Definitely. Listen, bro, he had two Super Bowls. He was Pro Bowls. He was the Player of the Year. He was a dog, man. In 13-year career, man. I think he started at Buffalo. I think he went to New England. Then he went to Carolina. I know he played for a couple other teams as well. Dallas, too. But, yeah, man, that's that, man. And also, man, let's get into more NBA games tonight. And the MVP discussion. My top 3 MVPs this year. Number 3. Victor Wembanyama. Let's look at Victor's stats this year, man. I've been watching basketball. Victor just had 41 and 18 last night against the Warriors. This shit is crazy. This year, Victor is averaging 24, 11, 3, and 3. He's been playing very well. I think Victor Wembanyama, he will be in the MVP discussion. He deserves top 2, top 3 consideration. I know people be like, you tripping. But I think he's having a great season. Victor Wembanyama, he's showing you why he is a top 5 player in the league. He has a lot of expectations with this team. De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Harrison Barnes, Dylan Harper, Victor Wembanyama. You have veterans on this team. The Spurs, I think, what's their record? They're second in the Western Conference behind OKC. So they're second in the Western Conference. Are interested to see what happens there. And whoever gets San Antonio in the first round, beware. Beware, man. Beware. My number 2 MVP, Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown, the job that he has done without Jason Tatum is fucking insane. Listen, bro. Boston has the second best record in the Eastern Conference, bro. This year, Jaylen Brown is averaging 28 on 47% shooting, 34% shooting from the 3, 7 rebounds, 5 assists a game. Jaylen Brown, he just had 43 the other night. He is playing out of his mind this year. With Jason Tatum coming back in these last 10 to 15 games, Tatum has been balling too. He had a triple-double last night. Like, they are playing very well. Peyton Pritchard can give you 25 to 30 every night. You got Sam Hauser. He's capable to knock down 5 threes in a game or more. They got pieces on that team. Derek White, he can give you 30. Like, this Boston team can make a run at the... Boston is probably the best team in the East. They're the best team in the East. Nobody wants to see the Boston Celtics because I think they're coming out the East. And I think you can flip-flop 1 and 2. SGA, yes, he's the league leader in the MVP discussion. Just because he's got the number 1 team in the league, he's been playing by far the best basketball in the league. But Jaylen Brown is not that far off, bro. Just because of what he has done without Jason Tatum this year, he's been balling. And those are my 3 MVPs of this year, man. Listen, I just want to appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Like, I love the fact that y'all just sit here with me and just vibe with me, man. We talk about NBA, we talk about NFL. Like, we're just keeping up with the Joneses, man, and just trying to be able to just build on everything that we got going on. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you get each and every video, man. So follow my Twitch. Follow me and Tanisha's couple page. We got to start back posting there, man. We getting a little lackadaisical, man. But it's just, right now, man, shit, I ain't got no toenail, y'all. I kind of fuck up right now, y'all. It's just been, ooh, shit. Motherfucker been hurting, y'all. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Listen, I love y'all. Just keep on subscribing. Keep on liking the videos, man. I'm going to keep bringing you heat. Listen, we got some vibes coming this summer, man. We got some heat coming up, man. We got some vlogs. I just like to chop it up with y'all, talk about football. We talked about the draft coming up. We talked about the NBA. Like, I'm gearing up for the playoffs. And also, surprise team to come out the East is Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks been playing well. Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, Kuminga coming over there. Like, they have some dogs over there, man. And interested to see what goes on there, man. Can't count out Jokic and the Nuggets in the West just because they are playing some of the best basketball in the league. The Warriors can get into the play-in. Who knows? Steph Curry go crazy. Like, it's just a lot of variables going in, man. And we're going to go live tomorrow talking more about the game. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We out. Peace.
I swear I'm living my dream. Live it up, live it up. I understand you a 2000 baby and you kinda wild. Live it up.